this is when you and I first started to become interested in one another. Now, in the program you were in, which was a cult, which we decided to play by cult rules anyway, they had a rule. The first year you were in that program, you weren't allowed to date.
Yes.
They do that to try to keep your head clear and have like no distractions or whatever, and also to control and manipulate you. But you weren't allowed to date that first year.
Right.
So it was probably like the later half of your first year, maybe even like the last quarter, where we really started to become interested in one another. And then you and I had a conversation about like, okay, your year's over, you're about to graduate. We need to go to our pastors, and because I was leading worship at this church, you were in that program, and we were like, we're going to go to our pastors, and we're going to the pastor and his wife, and we're going to tell them we are interested in each other. The first year is almost over, and we basically wanted to declare our intentions that we kind of wanted to start dating to these people. We tried to do it on the up and up.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had like, there was no real, like there was zero sexual relationship between you and I. Just very like churchy, like we like each other kind of stuff. And so we do that. And then we were basically told like, no, you can't do that. And so that escalated into us sitting down with the pastor and his wife, like maybe a week later or something like that after a service. And the pastor's wife telling us verbatim, it is not God's will for you two to be together. Verbatim.
Yeah, or be married. I don't know if
I don't know if they said married, because we weren't talking about being married.
Well, no.
But they said it's not God's will for you to be together. And it is not God's will for you to be together right now. It was, we've heard from God, and you are not supposed to be together. Now, I think you were way more impressionable than I was at that
100%, 100%.
And I could like tell for you that that's tough. And they gave us an ultimatum. Lauren, you can either stay and continually worship here, and she leaves the program, which you lived in Michigan. Your program was in Florida, so you'd just be gone.
Yep.
Or she can stay, come to a second year in the program, but Lauren, you're gone. And so I think you and I talked about it for like maybe an hour, because after that, like once we made our decision, like that, they made sure we had no further communication.
They literally took my phone.
Right. So she felt...
I was 18 years old, let me tell you.
She felt, and I just, said, I felt like I had to respect her decision, that she felt called to come back another year in that program. And I was like, I mean, who am I to say?
Boy, was that a spiral.
Right. And so we decided that was it. And it was like a really emotional thing. And I had to disappear, not only from that church, but like from someone I was very interested in. And then we, just stopped talking because they said it was God's will
tell you,
for us to be together.
Being that young, I like totally now can contribute them to making me spiral, or just like make bad choices, or have like very bad thoughts. Sure. Not like suicide, like not like that, but I'm saying like to be very confused and manipulated and like. But
after that, broken. The manipulation only got worse from on your end, because they had you at that point. Yeah. They made you feel bad for wanting to be in a relationship with me. You clearly didn't know what God wanted for your life, because they told you, you were wrong. And we ended up connecting like years later.
Yeah, obviously.
But what's interesting is, based on that pastor's wife and that pastor, we've been married coming up on 8 years now in May, and I guess we're still living outside of the will of God. Yeah. Because we're not supposed to be together, which is weird, because we have a house and like a dog and kids, and like it's just real weird that we have such favor on our lives and we're going against the will of God.